Hello, Cancer women. Welcome to your Alchemy of Relating spread for March 2017. This spread is meant to help you gain insight into some influences and offer some guidance into the best behavior and attitudes to adopt according to the Book of Changes hexagrams. The Book of Changes is also known as the I Ching, and the I Ching is normally done with 3 coins, which can be tossed, and then with those 3 coins tossed 6 times, there is a series of lines called the hexagrams. And there's 64 in total, and they correspond to advice from the oracle, which is based in Chinese philosophy dating back thousands of years, and in Taoism, and the wisdom and knowledge of philosophers such as Confucius and Lao Tzu. So these are hexagrams that are pictorial representations of this knowledge, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. I'm also on Pinterest, Twitter, and Tumblr, so follow me there to make sure you never miss a video. The first 2 cards are really giving us an insight into the grounding of the relationship and what is offering strength or what could be undermining weakness. So I just want to let you know that I separate the cards into 2 piles, and one pile corresponds to you, and Cancer women, and the other pile belongs to that of your partner. And I pick one card from each as I go along. So the first hexagram that you have for this month is hexagram number 20, which is grace. And the message of hexagram 22 is adornment, or bringing out your beauty, elegance, the remembering the outer as a reflection of the inner. Could be vanity, remembering the power of charisma, and the importance of self-expression. So this month, Cancer women, it could be that your relationship is grounded or has an element of the importance of these virtues this month. So it's not a bad month, according to this hexagram, to pay attention to your personal grace, adornment, get out that jewelry polish, or buy a little bit more makeup or something, anything that you do that helps you feel more beautiful, because that's a reflection of what's inside, is an important aspect this month. So don't hesitate to be a little vain, is what this hexagram is offering you this month. Okay, so for your partner's grounding foundation, we have hexagram 14, which is prosperity. And that's exactly what it sounds like. The message of this hexagram is one of wealth, good fortune, success, the importance of remembering to express gratitude for these things by supporting others, and material possessions. So your partner could be prosperous, not necessarily always with wealth. It could be they're prosperous in other things, spiritual knowledge. But this card is also saying that it's important for them to share that within the relationship and generally, in order to increase the good karma, I suppose, would be another way of putting it. So remembering that your prosperity can be used positively or negatively. So remembering to use any prosperity in a really positive way this month is going to help the energy surrounding that. So if your partner has been found to be envied in a situation, and you've kind of supported them through that, reminding you of the importance to stay centered and be human is really important here. So it's a card of humanity. We all know that in this world some people have more than others. So just remembering that that's not something that you can take with you, quote unquote. And remembering that in this world, everyone lets go of everything they have eventually. So keeping that prosperity in perspective. Okay, the next card we have for you is the Emotional Climate card. And this card is really about what it is that supports harmony within each of you and the challenges that each partner faces in assuming greater responsibility for ensuring there's not so much miscommunication. This is hexagram number 1, which is the creative. So this is the active young principle. Its main message is the power of strength, tenacity, dynamism, inspiration, masculinity, authority, and father figures. So Cancer women, I don't know, according to a lot of internet sources, it's better if women have this more yin receptive kind of qualities within the relationship. You're welcome to comment below because I'm not sure where I stand on this. But this is a card which is yang, and maybe your yang energy needs to be either minimized or you need to, or maximized, either way. But this card is also for the creators and for those who are artists. It's a really strong sign of the power of your own creativity. So being creative with your extra time this month could be the message of the card. Paying attention to the creations of others. And also just remembering to be strong and tenacious in all situations could be the message of this card. For your partner, we have hexagram number 28, which is excess. And this is a hexagram which has as its main message the possibility of stress, overload, exhaustion, obsessiveness, gluttony, burdens, worries, and the breaking point. So if this is the case, it's really time for Cancer women partners, if that is at all in your experience, to really let go of the rocks that you've been bearing that come in the form of life's normal everyday stresses, in terms of how it is that maybe you use those to cover up emotional wounds or to keep on going even when you don't really have to, or kind of as distraction to things. So anything that's causing you really undue stress, it's a good month to work with your partner to help find ways where you can shed those stones, because above is just the moon and the sky, and you don't need those kinds of boulders. So don't allow stress to dictate your habits and behavior. Work on positively eliminating stress, perhaps through diet or exercise, or just spending time in nature. Okay, this card is the state of mind and the perceptions and longings that you might have toward your partner this month. We have hexagram number 55, which is abundance. And the message of this hexagram is that of plenty, profusion, fertility, ripeness, inner riches, reaping rewards, culmination, harvest. So this could be a good month for fertility, and enjoying that aspect of the relationship. Also, it could be allowing yourself to enjoy the rewards of past efforts within the relationship, because this position can be the catalyst for breakthrough in the way that you think about things. By following the guidance of this card, it can help you acquire kind of a new perspective to approach the relationship more openly and without being defensive. So remembering your inner prosperity as a source of fire or fuel within the relationship, as well as being grateful for it. That kind of corresponds to your partner's first card. So prosperity and abundance, and the responsibility that comes to use it wisely. All right, so in your partner's position for this month, we have hexagram number 38, which is opposition. And opposition has as its main message that of the possibility of opposite viewpoints, creating an argument, personal differences, communication gaps, disharmony between the two of you, misunderstandings, possible estrangement. So if you can understand that arguments that you have are a result of completely different viewpoints that could possibly be right in their own way, the best way to overcome that sort of thing is by first finding your neutral ground, places where you both agree on the same things, in order to step away from arguments, and using opposition as a means of developing knowledge. So obviously you each have unique qualities and strengths, and as well weaknesses, and it is common to see emotions as duality. So happiness is opposed to unhappiness. But of course, from the perspective of the Tao, is that these are dual aspects of wholeness. So one is actually serving the other and increases the spice of life, and it necessarily can increase the intricacy of life by exceeding the limitations that can be specifically defined when we think too strictly about them. So if you're finding yourself really contrasting in your opinions of one another, like I said, find your neutral ground, and not identifying yourself with your opinions too much can help overcome that. Cancer partners. Okay, the final card is the most important card, I think, and it's really just kind of an insight card into the whole reading. And we have hexagram number 59, which is dispersion. And this is asking you to allow your negativity to just naturally disperse and restore harmony through circulation and your own dissolving of divisions. So lightening up about anything that you've been disagreeing about with one another, and just allowing that negativity to be like these leaves in the wind, and just allowing it to go will create more harmony and balance, and create kind of the change that hopefully you desire. Thank you again for listening. I look forward to your liking and subscribing. Visit as well on Pinterest, and have a good March. See you in April. Thanks again.